Let's talk about goals. I have had a complicated, read negative, relationship with goal setting for a long time. It's never really resonated with me. When I was a teacher, setting SMART goals was a big deal. It was really trending and it all felt very artificial and top down. That hasn't sat well with me. And I think it might not sit well with a lot of people, partially because it's not as effective as we're told that it is. So if it's not working for you, that's okay. Let's talk about what might work and what's been working for me this year. I decided to focus on habits, specifically 30-day habits. So if you've been on productivity YouTube at all, you've seen some stuff about goals. You may have seen beautiful bullet journals with like massive habit tracker lists, but a lot of us, myself included, get easily overwhelmed. I look at those giant habit tracker sheets in some of those beautiful journals and I like them. They look pretty. I've tried that before. I'm not going to track 40 things. It's not happening. Like, it won't. I have other things going on, and that's okay. We're going to focus on super simple habit tracking and super simple habit building that can lead us toward maybe some larger goals that we do have. Let's talk about the 4 steps I'm using to track and form new habits this year and get some more things done, make some improvements. Number 1 is focus on one habit at a time. So if it all feels really overwhelming, pick one thing. What do you really want to do? And then that can be the thing where you put your energy on that and say, this is what will get done today. For example, in the short list of things I'm tracking 10,000 steps a day. So I'm not tracking so many things since there's not this huge list to keep up with. I can really focus on that. I can say, I'm going to do 10,000 steps today and make it happen. Second thing that's making this work for me this year is 30-day goals. It makes those 30 days feel important. If I say I'm going to do something for 365 days, maybe I'll do it for 365 days. But realistically, like at some point, I'm going to be really tired or have something big come up or be sick. Something's going to happen and I'm going to miss a day. And it's quite easy for a day to roll into 2 days, to roll into 5 days. And if you have all year to do the thing, then what do 5 days matter? What does a month matter? Why are you doing this at all? And it's really easy for that to really get going. 30 days feels a lot more like whatever habit you're building matters in that time frame. I might not do 10,000 steps a day forever, and that's okay. But I'm giving myself enough time to build the habit, to feel good, to enjoy it, and then in 30 days I'll reevaluate. But because it's such a short period of time, it feels like all those days matter. Like each of those 30 days counts. Whereas 1 out of 365 days missing, that feels like it really doesn't matter. And when you hit the end, if you don't like what you're doing, make a change. Number 3 is keep yourself accountable to somebody who's not yourself. So tracking is awesome. Putting the little check mark somewhere feels really good. It really does. And that is a form of accountability and it does help. But if you are the only person you are talking to about the thing you want to do, it's really easy for you to let you decide not to do it, even if it really matters. So what I have done is I'm sharing this with you guys. So that's my form of accountability. Yours might be to talk to your partner, talk to a friend. Maybe you put it out there on whatever your social media is that you're working on this thing. And then you are sharing this with somebody else. And no matter how private you are, because I'm a super private person, we all still need to kind of feel like somebody's counting on us that's not just us. And so by putting it out there to somebody else, we really up the chances that we bother to follow through. And that's a great thing. Okay, last of all, but most importantly, remove friction between yourself and the habit you are trying to develop. If you are trying to develop anything new and it is hard to do, you will not do it. And it's not because you are a bad, lazy person. It's because you already have stuff going on. I already have stuff going on. I have kids to raise. I have work to do. I have a house to clean. There's stuff happening in my life that's not me getting my steps done or whatever else it is that you're working on. So if I have to go outside when it's cold or when it's rainy or go to the gym or go down in my cold, yucky basement and use a treadmill or buy a treadmill because I don't have a treadmill guess what? I'm never going to do it. So remove as much friction as possible. Keep it simple. Do not make things hard on yourself. If you're trying to do 10,000 steps a day like I am, you don't have to do that at the gym. You don't have to do it on a treadmill. I literally do it in my living room. Make it easy on yourself. Remove what makes it difficult. You don't have to do something in a perfect way, and you don't have to make things more difficult than they need to be. I feel like we all do this. It's weird. Don't do that. It does not work. Just make things simple on yourself. And remember, you might have to talk yourself into spending time on yourself. I am not talking about being super self-indulgent or neglecting responsibilities or neglecting other people. I'm just talking about taking the time to be healthy and to look after yourself and to develop anything new in your life that you really feel like is important to develop. It's okay for me to take time to make sure I get enough exercise. It's okay for you to take time to work on a new skill or a new habit to learn to do whatever thing that you're trying to do. It's okay to take the time to improve. If you made it this far, thank you so much for being here, and I hope to see you again really soon.